Okay, good morning, everybody. Well, not good morning, good afternoon. I'm actually having to pre-record this session because today I have to be out and about this afternoon and I wasn't quite sure I was going to be back in time. So this is me Friday morning recording my Friday flexes for this afternoon. So I hope you're all well. So we're going to start off with a belly chest exhale breath that I really like to use when I just need a bit of restoring and refreshing and I'm feeling static and stagnant. So it really helps with that. So the way it works is that you really breathe into your belly for the count of 2, and then you let that breath go up to your chest for 2, and then you exhale for 4. So if it helps, just put your hand on your belly just to really feel it come alive. So inhale through your belly, 2, let it travel up to your chest, and then exhale for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So really let your belly go as well, because we often go through life trying to suck in our belly all the time, don't we? But if we suck in our belly, it's just really hard for our lungs to really expand and use their full capacity to take in oxygen. So let your belly go, and inhale belly for 2, and then let it travel up to your chest for 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to count you in. So inhale belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 more of these. Belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then just place your hands on your knees, shut your eyes, and just feel that sensation. What do you feel? Do you feel, I often feel a sort of velvet feeling after that, if that makes sense, just sort of like soft, a little bit fuzzy, but definitely like a feeling of calm through me. All right, so let your breath go back to normal. And then we're just going to do some stretches. So knees are apart on your chair and your hands are on your knees. And you can put a little micro bend in your elbows if it's more comfortable for you, but lean forward. So I'm actually leaning forward like this with a straight back. Okay, so just sort of almost like your torso is going in between the space between your thighs. So hands on your knees, there we are, straight arms or with a micro bend, and you are pushing against your knees. Your shoulders are probably up around your ears a little bit, or around your jawbone, and just push down into those knees and give that back a long stretch out. It's sort of like you're tractioning out the back. And if you can, just like almost like reach up with your head as far as it can go to stretch out your neck, so your spine and neck are in one long line. So push against those knees, really, really stretching out that back. And with those hands as well, you can push those knees out, which I think is, for me, it always feels nice on the lower back. It's just sort of like widening and lengthening. Okay, so hopefully that feels good. And then just turn each of the shoulders in at a time. So we're just starting to put a little bit of twist into the back, sort of stretching those back muscles out, but also this kind of movement starts to stretch out those shoulder blades, which can be tight. Really nice stretch. If it feels nice for you, then just stop and hang out on one side for a little bit. Get into those knots, sort of stretch them out. And then the other side, really stretch it out. Push against that knee. So you're opening up those hips. Just go as deep as you feel is good for your body. We always want to stretch for pleasure, not for pain. We know the difference between stretching our bodies and feeling that there is something wrong, and stretching our body to release tension and tightness. So there we go, like just a few little ones. All right, lovely. And then sit up. Just do some nice shoulder rolls. I always like to go backwards because I think, oh, I spend so much time hunched over like that. So shoulder rolls, bring those elbows up. Nice circles, get some mobility into that chest area. So start to really shine the chest up, open them out, and then roll over. Really like you're going back and forth. Okay, so hands in arms in cactus position, and then just pulse back, and then bring the elbows together. So pulse back, stretch it out, and then elbows together and curl over that top bit. Pulse back, stretch out that chest that's been tight, and then if you curl forward like this, elbows together, sort of getting that upper back tension. I hope you can feel it. Feeling good. Feeling good. And by the way, this one is a great one if eagle arms is too much for you. You know, just simply sandwiching the elbows together, the wrists, everything together. You can feel it. I can feel it in between my shoulder blades. And if I push them higher, I can feel it even more. So if you can't, if your anatomy is such that eagle arms is difficult, then just do this instead. All right, so cactus arm. In fact, if your arms are getting a bit tired, just always give them a bit of a shimmy just to get some mobility in. And then when you're ready, cactus arms again. And then we're going to curl forward this time. And so it's basically cactus and then scarecrow arms. Cactus, scarecrow, cactus, and then scarecrow. And back up, and we're going to do a bit of semaphore now, I think. Well, I like to call it semaphore. It probably doesn't mean anything. But one arm down. See, if you can see yourself in your camera, just see if you can make your elbows and shoulders as straight as possible. This really, for me, this stretches out here at the delt and the top of the arm. And over we go. Just great. So we have such tension in our shoulders, our arms, our forearms, our wrists, the whole shebang. And sometimes these kind of exercises just release tension in places that you never knew you had it. Okay, and it's fun too. I think it is anyway. Yeah, there we go. All right, so arms together, hands together rather, interlace the fingers, push them away from you, and then go even further. So hunch over, round that upper back. And if you like to go down, you can just basically reach down to the floor in between your feet. So it's quite a restorative pose here. If you press through your elbows, it broadens out the space between your shoulder blades, which can feel really lovely too. So inhale and up, and this time we're going to go all the way up. Really raise those shoulders either side of your ears for a nice stretch at the side, and then make sure your feet are anchored well on the floor, because we're going to go over to the side. Glance up at the ceiling. We want to be opening up that chest, and then up we go. And then over to the other side. Glance up at the ceiling. Up we come. Over to the other side. A little bit further if you like. You can feel it all the way down your hip with a stretch, and up, and then over, stretching out those hips and up. And then here, actually, again, give yourself a shimmy. If you ever get like fatigued, etc., just shimmy it out in between these stretches. All right, so back up again, all the way up, and then just tuck your tailbone under. So pull in your tummy, because we're going to go backwards now. So up, and then just lean back. See if you can glue your biceps to your ears, and just go back like a millimetre or two if that's what feels good for you. Just a nice upper body back stretch. Just always be really gentle with yourself. Don't overdo it. This is supposed to be about relaxing and loosening up, not making things more tense. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Shake those shoulders back and forth, rotate them. It's almost like we're doing a bit of a dance or something. All right, and then here, actually, I just want to show you something that I think can help with shoulder mobility. It's actually a sort of physio exercise. If you put your elbows close to your waist, and then literally just turn out your hand to one side, you will feel probably a stretch here, but that you're squeezing your shoulder blade in. And just check it out. Okay, so if you want to do two at the same time, you're actually going to be sort of strengthening those rotator cuff all the way around your shoulder. And it's always good to have strong exercise those muscles and strengthen them, because it's what helps give us that open chest, that strength in the upper back to stop us hunching forward. So let's just do a few more of those. So out we go. And you might notice that one goes further out than the other. Does it? Or not? Just so elbows into your waist, hands out, and then in. Can you feel those shoulder blades sort of like knitting together and working? It's a bit of the body there. We don't really exercise that much unless we're like pulling like this. Okay, excellent. So I think a couple of twists now. So I'm going to offer the figure of four twist. So raise your ankle up onto your knee. There we go. So sit up nice and straight. Hand across on the opposite knee. So a cross body arm. Inhale. The other arm goes up and open. Always take advantage of that stretch just to really open up that chest. And every single inhale, you want to reach a little bit higher with the crown of your head, and then exhale, twist to the back. So inhale, millimetre or two up, exhale, twist. Inhale, up, exhale, twist. And because of the position of the leg, I feel this in my glutes, down the side of my thigh, all those bits that get sort of stale and stagnant if you've been sitting for a long time in front of the computer. So one more breath here. Inhale to your fullest height and exhale, twist. That feels good. And before we go over to the other side, I also always like to bend forward. So again, you've got your knee, your foot on your knee, sitting up nice and straight. And then wherever you put your arms we're going to go forward with a straight back. So at the very least, just keep them on your knee and your ankle. And you're just going to almost like lead as if I were pulling you with a thread from your heart, from your sternum, from your heart center. Lead it forward. I can really feel that in my backside, stretching out that muscle. Yeah, and then when you get to a position that you're comfortable in, just rest your arms down. I love this one. So like you can sit and chat all day like this, practically. And it feels so good. It's like pigeon pose, but a seated pigeon. Okay. And then up we go. And the other one that we can do here as well is with that ankle on that knee, we can stretch that way. So take one hand and kind of tuck it under your foot to give you a bit of an anchor. Inhale, the other arm goes up overhead, and then exhale over to the side. Really stretching everything out from that little finger up here all the way down the side of the arm, stretching out your sort of muscles in between the ribs all the way down to the hips. So stretching out your obliques. And up we come. And let's just try this one here. So if you take that hand and put it on the outside of that knee, let's see what that feels like. So inhale and then exhale. That's actually even a deeper stretch. So try that one out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. All right, inhale, come up. Right, we're going to do that sequence on the other side. Let's see if I can remember it all. Okay, so ankle up onto the knee. And first of all, we're going to do the twist. So cross-body arm on the outside of that knee. Inhale, the other arm. Make sure you really use that time to open up and stretch it out. With every inhale, you are finding height. With every exhale, you are twisting. And you can use pressure against that knee to help you twist a bit deeper. So inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. And one more. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Beautiful. Now, I think what we did was the stretch forward. So here, just sit up again, nice straight spine. Just shuffle your bottom, make sure you're on both sit bones evenly. And then lean forward as if I am pulling you from your heart center until you get to a position where you might have to curl your back. So try not to curl your back, because I think if you don't curl your back, if you keep it nice and straight, it sort of like stretches everything out. But here, when you get to a position you like, just rest your hands or lean them on your leg and just hang out here. Have a little chat, have a little think. What's going to happen later? What are you going to do this weekend? Bank holiday weekend in the UK. So that means we get an extra day off on Monday. Joy of joys. And actually in London right now, it's sunny. So hopefully that will continue. All right. And up we come. That gives me the most delicious stretch down here. So I'm hoping it does the same for you. All right. So we're going to stretch this side. So get your hand underneath your foot there. Inhale. The other arm goes up. And then we are going to stretch over to the side. Always try to open up your chest as you're stretching to the side. There we go. Over we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And up. And we're going to try that cross body. So hand on the outside of the knee, the arm goes up, and we're going to try that side stretch again. So inhale up, and then over we go on the exhale. Does that lead to a more intense stretch for you? It does for me. So I can feel that all the way down to my hip. So just above my hip bone, like my waist, my obliques. It's opening up. And the good thing about these side stretches is that they open up they stretch out the intercostal muscles in between the ribs, which in theory means that your ribs can expand a bit more, which means your lungs can grow to their full capacity, and you can take in more oxygen. So yeah, so stretch it out. Okay, inhaling and up. All right. Hope you're feeling good. And I think we're going to do some neck exercises. We've done some shoulders, we've done some twists. Let's do some neck exercises. So here, just take a little circle with your nose, just to make sure that your neck is kind of warmed up. You don't want to shock your neck into doing anything. So just sort of like get it ready for some action. And then I think just gentle from side to side. Often if your neck is tight and you do this, you can hear all kinds of sounds where the bottom of your head meets I think it's the atlas joint at the top there. So just kind of like give it a bit of lubrication. And then simply just hold yourself up nice and straight. And then we're just going to tilt it from side to side. Go at your own pace. You can either do it really slowly and hang out, or sometimes it's quite nice just to do it from sort of side to side at a medium tempo, just to kind of warm it up and start to get some stretch in there to loosen up those tight muscles. Yeah, and again here we started off in this position with knees wide apart and the hands on the knees. Now just see whether that you can still do your neck here and almost like rest your ear on your shoulder. It might not give you as much space, so if it doesn't work, then go back to creating a bit more space. So really, and then we're going to just slow it down a little bit and then just hang out on one side. And if you like that one where we put our arm out to the side and press through the heel, then please do. I feel that it does intensify the stretch. Plus, if you really push down with that heel and try and create a bit of space between your shoulder and your ear, you really feel it down your trap, your trapezius, at the top of the trapezius, which is here, up here. A lot of tension that gets built up in there. Remember, if you're using your mobile phones, smartphones, is just to try at least some of the time to hold it in a position which doesn't mean your neck is hunched over the whole time. Okay, and then very gently bring it up over to the other side. So either just hang out here if you'd like to do it like that, or bring out the arm. I like the arm out, push through that heel so it stretches other different bits. I like stretches where you stretch lots of different things at the same time. It's fast but efficient and effective. There we go. Couple more breaths here to loosen it up. Okay, and then down we go. And then we'll just do some rolls. So the chin goes down to the chest, and then you roll it up, down, up, down. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's my dog. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh, I hope that didn't shock you as much as it shocked me. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So inhale. Find some height. Exhale, chin down to chest. Inhale, roll that chin along your chest up to the side. Exhale, back down again. Roll it along your chest to the center. Inhale, up to the side. Exhale, down it goes to center. And really just enjoy every bit of that stretch. Inhale, up to the side. Exhale, down to center. Inhale, up to the side. And then exhale, Down to center. And just hang out here with your chin to your chest, sitting up nice and straight. See if you can lower your shoulders a little bit to create more space between your shoulders and your ears. So it's just kind of creating the bit that you're stretching out, or lengthening the bit that you're stretching out. If you like to, clasp your hands in front of you and then sort of like hold them down as if you were going to play, take a shot of golf. Again, just sort of using the weight to create that space to stretch it down. Right. And then just release, hands on your knees, and just roll your neck up very, very gently. Take any final movement that you need for your neck, whether it's just from side to side, whether it's just a counter bend by just pointing your nose up at the ceiling, a couple of just nose circles, just to make sure it's back where it should be. There we go. All right, and now we're going to finish on 5 rounds of that belly, chest, exhale breath. Okay, so inhale for your belly, 1, 2, let it travel up to your chest, 3, 4, and then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly, 2, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've got 2 more. Belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Belly, 1, 2, chest, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, my numbering's a bit rubbish, but anyway, hands on the knees, just in a relaxed position. Close your eyes. Just scan your body. Just notice how it feels now. Whether there's any little niggles or any tension that's still there that you need to work on. Just touch base with yourself and think, what do I need? What do I really fancy? How can I be kind to myself? Okay, all right. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining me on my Friday Flexes. If you think other people would like it, please do recommend it and share it with other people. But for now, I will bid you a fond farewell and I will see you next Friday. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye.